Welcome to Rick's Rips.
All right, on my way to Allen, Texas, which is the next city over. For my first car show I've been to probably in 15 or 20 years, really. Just got to stop at the post office and drop off some packages, eBay sales and Twitter sales and whatnot, and then headed out that way, about 20 minutes away. I don't know what to expect. I got my mask, I got my little pink bottle of hand sanitizer. It's the only one we had left. So we'll see how it goes. If I'm uncomfortable, I'm just gonna leave. But I'm hoping I can just keep my distance, go through some things. That's the main reason I'm going today and not tomorrow. Is I'm thinking it'll be less crowded. I'll be the first one in there, and hopefully I can find some deals. See what we're getting into. So I'll update you when we get to the venue. See ya. All right, guys. Well, I'm super excited to do this video. I went to a card show for the first time, and I was saying 10 years. I think it's more like 20, 25 years maybe, since I was a kid. And I had planned today to do like a mail day with some cool cards that I got, but I wanted to do a card show result instead, because I want to share with you guys what that was like. So I went to the card show with Dallas Card Shows in Allen, Texas, which is right up the road from me, about 15 minutes away. Paid $10 to get in, $4 for parking, so that's probably not too unusual. And got in there, and it was a little overwhelming at first, especially when you're dealing with COVID and everything. Masks were required in the hotel that it was at. Some of the guys were sitting at their booths without masks on, and that made me a little nervous, so I just avoided those spots for the most part. Anyway, there was a lot of people there, but there was plenty of room to keep it well spaced out, at least on the Friday when I went. So one thing to keep in mind. I'd probably recommend going on the Friday. I would be a little bit nervous for how middle of the day tomorrow would be like. Anyhow, I found these Goodwin Champion cards, which I thought were cool. I bought them to show my girls. It's important that your daughters have heroes, and I think Megan Rapinoe and Alex Morgan are good heroes to have for my kids. They're champions, they're good people, and they stand up for the right things, in my opinion. Some people disagree, but it's my video. So anyway, how I went around, found a guy that had a bunch of sports cards, a bunch of graded stuff. He had the Messis and Mbappes in a case, and then he had this stack full of base cards, I guess, and inserts and everything. A lot of soccer, 2 boxes worth of soccer, and I started thumbing through it, and I found a couple things that I really liked, and I thought they were pretty good buys. So the first time around, I picked up these 2 DeAndre Yedlin cards for my personal collection. This one right here is actually numbered to 50. Oh, 35 actually. So that's really cool. A pretty limited card, and to get into a break for Obsidian, it'd be a lot of money. And of course, you have the Prism one over here. So those 2, and then I bought these Pitch Kings Ferran Torreses to go with it. They're all in fantastic shape. So that came out of Chronicles, which came out recently here. And Ferran Torres just signed with Manchester City. So these right now are selling for $25 a piece. He had them marked at $20. I asked him what's his best deal for all 4 of them, and he said he could do $10 a piece because he thought the pricing was old on there. So I swooped those up. So I got those 2 and the other ones for $50 combined. That's a steal because those are going for $25 a piece now. So I probably made, I don't know, $50 profit on that. Went over to, actually I'm going to save those for last. The next table we'll save for last. But then I went back to that table after a bit, started thumbing through it again, and then I was looking at these rated rookies, these Optic, Phil Foden, and Kai Havertz, which if you play FIFA, these guys are super popular. Then found this other Donruss Press Proof Phil Foden. He's pretty highly sought after English player, midfielder for City. And then you have Kai Havertz, who I'm not sure if he is coming over to Chelsea or if that's just the rumor, but anyways, he's at Leverkusen right now in the Bundesliga. At least he was last I remember. Anyhow, these are desirable cards. They did not have prices on them, and I asked the guy how much for all 3 of these, and he told me $50. So this is selling for $50 right now. This one's about $50 right now, and this one's about $45 right now. So that's almost $100 profit right there on those. And then I get to a table that had a man with his 2 kids selling cards that they've pulled over the days, and I see these 2 Alphonso Davies sitting there with $50 price tags on them, and I'm thinking, he is hot as can be right now because of Champions League. He's doing great in Champions League. He's maybe one of the best left backs in the game. He can attack, he can score. He's Canadian, which is, you know, Americans feel like a brotherhood with Canadians, so he's popular here. They were asking $60. I told them what's the best deal they can make for both of them, and I got him for $100 total. There was a sale last week on one of those cards for $114. So potentially made, you know, close to $120 on those. Some of these I'm going to send off for grading. I switched them out of their holders because they were in ones that people have been thumbing through for who knows how long. Anyways, I'm pretty excited to see what those get. I cleaned these up with the microfiber, put them in a new case. See a little bit of, I don't know, extra on the edge there. I might be able to get that off with microfiber. They're pretty darn well centered. Maybe this one a little bit more than the other one. On the back, they're not bad at all. I think these could at least get 9s. The thing is, I need to ask myself, do I want to hang on to these beyond Champions League final, which is Sunday? I don't know that I do, especially because he's a defender. Foden looks really good centered. Same thing with the Havertz. Foden's got a little spot right there. So that's probably 9. I don't know. This one's super clean. So we'll see. Might be worth it to get those graded though. This one too. I'm gonna look at it a little bit closer and see what that one looks like. But anyhow, if you're into soccer right now and you know these players and you know the market and who's hot, I'd highly recommend going to card shows right now. They're paying attention to Mbappe, Leo Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, like the big names. And these little guys that have shot up recently, people aren't quite aware of that. And I don't see the bubble bursting on soccer. It could burst on other sports, but for soccer, I think it's going to maintain through next year at least. And then the biggest thing that you have to remember is the World Cup's coming in the next couple of years. So to the United States in 2026, I believe. So anyways, by the time that gets here, like all these players that are young right now are going to be hitting their stride. They're going to be playing in the United States. The fever is going to be just absolutely insane. So I'd recommend stocking up right now. If I do submit these to PSA, I'll go ahead and do a little submission video with some guesses as far as what I think I might get for these, and I'll let you guys know when they all come back. But anyhow, looking forward to it. We'll see what happens on Sunday. Now I'm officially rooting for Bayern Munich, whereas before I didn't really care. So all right guys, appreciate it. Let me know if you got any sort of feedback or interest in those cards at all. Shoot me a direct message. Appreciate your time. Peace.